Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Medium by Design. So this video features Regis Philbin, another one of my top loves in this life. And I can't even explain how certain people just affect me so deeply. And I know many of you have your favorites too, whether they're singers, actors, public figures. We all have different people that we have soul connection to that really touch us deeply. And for some reason, Regis did that for me. I just love this guy. And I never met him, never had a chance to talk to him until now. So this one is from last September 2020. I'm going to start with that one, then I'm going to give you the current one because he has some things to say about what's happening now. So I'm going to just give you the opening that I do. I always have some kind of opening to invite them in. So here's what I said, or here's what I wrote. I was on YouTube and Regis Philbin videos were popping up. I've had some time to grieve his passing, so felt, okay, let's see what he's got for us today. So Regis, I invite you here to share your wisdom and insights, laughs, and anything else you'd like to share. And here's what Regis said. Wow, this is really exciting. I did not get involved in this sort of thing. I was too busy talking to actually ever listen to somebody I can't see. But now this really is a hoot. And I am honored you would call on Jesus and others to escort me, protect me, and have me here. Now, this was not in my opening writing, but I did a prayer before I started, and I asked that Jesus bring Regis in and surround him by angels and everything, just because I wanted to. It's something I do sometimes. So he continues, I can feel the sorrow and sadness of so many since I passed. And I am truly sorry that people had to go through those emotions. I really always just wanted to make people happy, feel better about their lives, and just try and lift them up in some way if I could. Now, I would like nothing better than if people would reminisce and have a laugh on me. I am so grateful you can with all the video that is available. When I started out, many of us starting out had no idea where any of this was going. You saw me talking with Larry King and thinking back to the first experiences we had, literally breaking into the business. I was being totally honest when I said I had no idea all of this would happen for me and to me during my life. And what a life it was. I would like to share some things with the fans, especially when I see so much of what people are going through this year. I want you to know that your human spirit is greater than any obstacle put before you. I mean it. During my life, I have met so many people that have overcome odds that most of us could not even conceive of. Those are the people I think of in times like this, the survivors. I look back to their stories, their choices, and think, if they did it, then so could I. I hope you can find inspiration in the stories of others now, so you can rise up and move on into a new day. I really appreciate this opportunity to share with you all. I know this time is not easy, and realize the uncertainty of the future could drive some people crazy. There are some certainties that remain no matter what is happening. There are those who love you no matter what. This is something you want to hold on to. That feeling of love through all things is what got me through some of the rough, uncertain times. I know this might sound trivial, but I assure you it is not. Love is literally the rock that kept me going. It was the love of those who gave me a shot, and more so, the love of my life, joy. This woman stuck by me, listened, gave me counsel, insights, and even helped me take a moment to think things through before doing anything impulsive. A marriage made in heaven, a marriage made in heaven was no more true. I don't say this to make you think we were always lovey-dovey. No, we definitely had our disagreements and intense moments, but we always had the agreement to work through anything that would come up. This is how we survived together so long. Now, if you ever, excuse me, if you ever watch them together on TV, I don't know if you could feel the commitment and the connection between these two. And like he says, they weren't always lovey-dovey. They did banter. They were really a cute couple, really. And I just love them for it. And he continues here. I would like you guys to take that philosophy today in all your relations and situations and have the understanding that you will work everything out and get through whatever comes up. I wish for you to experience a strength that you never felt before and use that strength to carry you through the other side, to the other side of this current circumstance. Everything does eventually pass, and this experience is no different. Yes, things may be handled and run much differently, but many of the changes that will come out of this should work out better for all involved. I know this because I have witnessed groundbreaking changes many times in my life, and eventually it all worked out. I'm taking time to talk with you like this because from my new perspective, I see the world globally for the first time. I did not have this vantage point before, and quite frankly, I was so focused on work all the time, I did not have time to contemplate as much as I do now. Yes, I have actually slowed down enough to see the world differently. Joy would laugh at me and say, Regis, what has gotten into you? Because this was not my usual way of operating. No, I preferred getting the day going, getting up and getting into motion pretty quickly. Now I have lots of time to just look, listen, observe, and now share some thoughts with you guys. I know there is much more to come and new guys coming up in the ranks that will tell stories in their way and keep you entertained. There will always be the next wave. I am so grateful for being part of the wave I was part of and to have the chance to touch so many people's lives, hopefully for the better. God bless each and every one of you, and by all means carry on and show the world the best version of you. Oh, Regis. So now that's the first message that I finally got to write after I got over my personal sadness. And then recently, because Larry King brought Regis in with his message, and Regis wanted to sit with me again. So now I wrote this message. So here's how I opened it up. It was a short opening because I had already written from Larry King. So I just said, yesterday I wrote from Larry King and was reminded that Regis wants to connect again. Regis, I am here ready to receive more insights, wisdom, and wit, as well as anything you wish to share at this time. So that's my simple opening, and here's what Regis had to say. Well, it's about time you get to me again. Only kidding. I was just so thrilled with his experience, and now that Larry is here too, I thought I could share some more insights and that I have been contemplating. It is with some deep regret that I witnessed some of the current headlines and behaviors of multiple people publicly. I never expected what happened at the Capitol or how they would handle the inauguration. It is true that things are changing at a fundamental level and that everyone should remain alert more than ever. Keep observing, watching, and deciphering what you see and hear. Don't take anything for granted or believe what you see. Larry was so right when he mentioned you have to view things now and be asking, what is behind everything? You might also want to remind people to stay on track, stay in their lane, not allow themselves to be swept up in a few people's outrageous behavior. Those people do not rule the country, our society, or your life. Giving your power away has a whole new meaning now. This is something I did not and usually would not talk about. I will remind you that from this side of life, we see so much more, and we see what is behind people's actions. It's as if we know what's coming, and we want to give you a heads up. The other side of what we see is this tremendous change in societies around the world that are literally redefining how they wish to live and run their countries. This sounds like a grand gesture, and I guess it is. But that helps to clarify how big some of these changes will be. There is no reason or rationale to fear. As Larry said, many of these changes are long overdue. So it really comes down to this: your individual perceptions and choices of what you are experiencing and what you wish to experience must change and start matching your deepest desires for a better world, both for yourself and others. This is how Larry and I worked our entire lives. We really wanted to enjoy every connection to every person we met, and even to our audience whom we might never meet personally. That was our clear and honest intention. I believed we both achieved this. Now, take that way of life and expand that to millions of people around the globe. Can you see how this attitude can shift everyday life at the most basic level? This shift is exactly what so many of your spiritual people are attempting to explain, although many are using too many words and words that many cannot comprehend. In other words, many are still speaking above the masses instead of to them. In order to reach people, you must speak to them directly and use language and stories that they understand and can relate to. This is what will help people to rise up to all they can be. I know this is too funny. I know sometimes I may sound a little preachy, and I don't wish to come off that way, but my passion for humanity has not wavered since I passed. On the contrary, I believe my love for my family and humanity has grown immensely as I understand so much more deeply than I did while alive. I hope that I am making sense here and that many will hear these words and stay on track to creating a better life for themselves and all whom they touch. There is so much going on right now. It is easy to become confused and fall off track. Like they always say, get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. That is the best way to get through this current period in our world's history. God bless. With lots of love to you all, Regis. Woo! How can you not love this guy? I mean, he truly loves people, even though he's gone. I mean, come on, people. This is good shit. And of course, it's a blast for me because I don't have to physically meet these people. And with this great situation we're going through, I can just stay home and keep doing this, which, by the way, I've been doing through 2020. And because this never stops. I've been doing this for years and years and years and got all these messages to share with you. As I continue to write, I still have previous messages to share. So again, if you feel supportive, if you feel this work touches you and helps our society and helps people in general, please like it, subscribe to it. There's a PayPal link. Of course, you can use Zelle if you have my phone number or my email. I really am committed to this work. And there are other avenues of expression that will be coming out in video, as I feel comfortable doing that. But right now, this is where my comfort zone is, and this is what I want to share. But believe me, there is much more to come on the Medium by Design.